it makes you feel unsafe in your own community, that you could just walk down your road and end up getting killed for no apparent reason. And on the part of the person doing the stabbing or the shooting, it's cowardly and it's really ridiculous because there's really no point of taking someone else's life.
There are 400 knife crimes across the UK every week. In 2007, 27 teenagers were stabbed to death in London. So far, in September 2008, the figure is now 26, and sadly, continues to rise. 15-year-old Kyan Prince was stabbed in the heart while trying to break up a fight outside his North London school. Described by his teachers as a gorgeous boy, Kyan was a popular role model and mentor to his peers. At the age of 13, Kyan was signed to Queen's Park Rangers junior squad and was earmarked as one of Britain's major footballing talents. Kyan was yet another young person the world could not afford to lose. On the day Kyan was taken, 2 young lives were destroyed. Hanad Hassan, the 16-year-old who murdered Kyan Prince, also ended his own dreams of becoming a basketball player and is currently serving a life sentence in prison. Upon his release, Hanad will be deported back to his native homeland, war-torn Somalia, the land his parents fled from in order to give their son a better life. Since the tragic death of his son, Kyan's father has dedicated his life to reaching out to young people, campaigning against youth violence in the hope that more lives might be saved.
Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Mark Prince.
The most precious thing in my life are my children. And to have one of them ripped from me, I cannot express the way that has left a void in my heart, a void in my life. The pain is indescribable.
I've spoken to Mark before, and just to hear him speak, he's so inspirational and he's so positive about what's, even though he's had something taken away from him, his own son, he's so upbeat and he's so positive about the outlook on life. And it just shows that even though something bad happens to you, you can come out on the flip side of it, positive and uplifted, and you can encourage others by what you have to show.
I asked former Deputy London Mayor Ray Lewis his solution to the problem.
I'm going to encourage you and people like you to save themselves. You see, it's very important that the solutions come from the bottom up, not the top down. It's only communities who come up with their own solution that will actually cure and fix this problem.
And are you hopeful that it can be done?
I believe with all my heart that it can be done. It must be done. This one is too important for us to fail. Far too important.
Fortunately, Kyan's father is not alone. Living Intentionally versus existing director Eddie Hippolyte is just one of the many individuals working to tackle guns, drugs and knife crime in urban communities.
Well, what we're doing is we're hosting this march called Live, which means living intentionally versus existing. And we're just highlighting like everybody else does. But from here, we're opening Live centres. We're doing more youth projects and youth programs that deal with social education.
How you going, man? So do you have much faith that the mayor will actually do something in the mayor's office? Or do you think about it?
He says he will, so I have to have faith in his word. You know what I mean? But it's more than the mayor. I can't rely on the mayor to do something I can do for myself.
Who else can you rely on?
Everyone. It's everyone's problem. You know what I mean? From the government to the parents of the kids, to the kids. It's everyone. It's, you know, this ain't something that you can throw money at. This is what you have to throw time at this. You have to throw consistency at this, you know, and you got to throw something more than just money at this, you know, because they're already putting zillions into it and it ain't doing nothing. So obviously it's going to take more than money.
So where do you think the problem stems from then, Eddie? What's causing them?
I think we're just living in a valueless society. I believe we're living in a society that is individualistic, and there ain't nothing wrong with individualism. I just feel that the individualism encroaches on another person's right to just live a life and be free within, you know, be free to live. And I think that's what's happening. You know what I mean? When we disregard another person's right, then you know, then we end up with what we're ending up with. You know? We've got kids who have rights, but they don't have a sense of responsibility about the rights that they have. You know, and you've got a government that's giving them rights, but not giving them a sense of responsibility. But when they do wrong, they kill them with the law. So like along the way somewhere, you know, things are breaking down. You know what I mean?